Welcome to the final episode of our micro RPG series, everyone. We've had a lot of fun with this series so far, and we're really excited to showcase these next couple of games for you from James D'Amato's book, The Ultimate Micro RPG Book. Before we get to the episode, though, announcements.
So there are only a couple more days left on the AcadeCon Kickstarter. As of last week, when we recorded this, they were steadily making their way to the finish line to make the event viable. So head right to the Kickstarter page in the show notes if you haven't already, and toss some support their way, especially if they have not funded yet. If you aren't going but want to support a great small convention with a ton of heart, you can donate a game for $5. You can sponsor a table for $25. And use that sponsorship to show off your the game that you're making or your podcast, whatever creative stuff, or maybe boost somebody else's stuff. That'd be kind of cool too. If you do want to attend, there's single day badges, full weekend passes for players and GMs alike. And if Amelia and I are able to attend, we will be doing a character creation cast panel again, where we are going to be working with the audience to create random characters, which really went over well the first and last time that we've done it.
It was so much fun. We just pulled a bunch of random tables from all over the place and then tried to make something coherent out of it. And it was a good time. And I understand we have a lot more random tables now. Yes, I am the proud owner of many random tables.
Yes, so the shenanigans are going to be through the roof next time, so definitely check that out if everything lines up correctly. I'll probably be running a couple games as well of Chimera as usual. It's my staple game that I do every time I go. And we're probably going to be done with the latest version 0.8 by then, so really excited for that.
Speaking of supporting cool things, the One Shot Network Patreon is going to be getting a lot more bonus content, hopefully. We already put some in there very recently. For $5 and up patrons, you get access to the Secret Archive bonus episodes. In our case, you will be able to hear Ryan, me, and Grant Howitt expand on our characters from our Spire series as James D'Amato leads us through some exercises from his character backstory guide. This was at Gen Con in 2019, back when people went places and did things. We had so much fun with it. There was a lot of in-depth discussion about artisanal mayo, from what I remember. But besides that, there'll be another bonus episode coming out soon. We just finished recording it. Our hope is that going forward, every month or so, you'll have a little something extra from us in the Secret Archive. We will, next month, it'll be another game from the Ultimate Micro RPG Guide, because we had so much fun doing those.
Absolutely.
Doing those games.
Yeah, and that's all we really had for announcements today. So enjoy the show, everybody.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's so good.
It's a good one.
It's so good. Welcome to Character Creation Cast, a show where we discuss and create characters, the best part of role-playing games, with guests using their favorite systems. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan, and this episode, my co-host Amelia and I are excited to welcome, again, nobody else, just us.
Just us.
Yep. We've got a small cast today because we are discussing a selection of games from the Ultimate Micro RPG Book.
That's right. We are covering a multitude of games this series. Each episode has been covering 2 games from the book. So it's a total of 6 games this month. We are covering the last 2 in this series. Heartbeats, a game of medical drama by Keith Baker and Jenn Ellis, and Post-Match Interview, a game where you ask tired people surreal questions. by James Mendez Hodes.
Yeah, I'm really excited to dive into these because what a difference of I guess tone. I mean, they're both kind of absurdist and funny, right? Tone is funny for both of them.
I mean, so far, I feel like everything but that one has been like we mostly picked fun games.
It's almost
with the
like
exception of our creepy child that wasn't a ghost, but we did not correctly.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, we turned one of the games into a weird, funny game, Going Dark.
That one's maybe supposed to be serious. Maybe you're not supposed to be about cheese.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like a cool action adventurous one, is the tone. But yeah, I'm down for what's in store for us today. Heartbeats.
What's in a game?
Mm-hmm.
A game of medical drama by Keith Baker and Jenn Ellis. Now, we didn't select the games based on who wrote the games. We just kind of picked out which ones appealed to us. And I guess I just realized we picked out 2 games by Keith Baker and Jenn Ellis for this series.
We did. We kind of went through and picked the ones that had like a little bit more robust of a character creation or like more for us to kind of do in that, character world kind of
absolutely.
Creation. Because a lot of them are just like sit down and play.
Mm-hmm.
So
so for this game, we need some playing cards, jokers removed, and the tags on the game. It's a modern genre. The tone is funny. It's a GM-less game. Content of melodrama, absurdism, and goofs.
Yeah, so it says Heartbeats is a hip medical drama, and it's time to create the next episode. You're a doctor balancing the intense demands of your private life and the needs of your patients, but you're also a patient of one of the other doctors. The audience expects tension and drama. It's time to push the boundaries of modern medicine and maybe make out with a bitter rival in the on-call room.
Yeah, so this is really Grey's Anatomy-esque, right?
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff in here.
General Hospital.
Oh my goodness, that one's
that's a callback. That's a soap opera.
That's an old one, right?
Yeah, it's like an old daytime soap. Yeah.
I think I remember General Hospital crossing over with one of my mom's regular soap operas back in the day.
Yeah, I don't think my mom had regular soap operas, but when she did watch, she watched General Hospital.
There you go.
So yeah, so first thing we're going to do here is we are going to create a doctor.
Let's create a doctor.
Let's make some people.
You start by choosing your specialty and a defining trait.
Okay.
Which we are going to do by pulling cards here.
Oh, hey, I need my my Sailor Moon deck.
Your trusty Sailor Moon deck?
My trusty holographic Sailor Moon deck.
Man, I need a better deck of cards. I've just got some classic bicycle playing cards.
I got these 20 years ago in college, and they're still in pristine condition because I don't use them for anything. They just sit in a case.
Can you just open them for our Unbound series?
Yes. I mean, I've looked through them before, so they were opened at one point.
Oh, okay.
But no, they weren't sealed or anything. But yeah.
I'd love I need a good deck of playing cards.
I'm still on the lookout. Listeners, if you know of a tarot deck that is Sailor Moon themed, that is of decent quality, please let me know. Because
I think I've seen a couple on Etsy, but they're all only the major arcana.
Yeah, I want the whole thing. Yeah. I'm a little greedy, but I don't want to just get just the major arcana as cool Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
I want everything. And I'm very surprised there's not an official one out there.
Yeah, that does seem like bananas.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, a doctor.
So we have to do what? We have to pull cards for our specialty.
Yeah, we're going to start with our specialty and our defining trait.
Oh, wonderful. All right.
My doctor specialty is a psychiatrist.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I got sports medicine.
Ooh. All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Defining trait.
What'd you get?
I got addict, but I am not comfortable with that, so I am going to draw again.
There you go.
Is there more on the other page?
Yep.
Okay. Turn the page. Queen. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Nice. I got reckless.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Reckless sports medicine doctor.
Yeah. Maybe you like skydiving and like, but you're kind of a daredevil.
Maybe. Yeah. I guess it depends on.
I don't know.
Right.
So following this, determine your relationship to the doctor on your left and work with that player to determine the details. So we pull a card for
each other, right?
For each other, yes. So my relationship to you is bitter enemies.
Bitter enemies?
Oh, what a shock.
Oh, wow. That's on brand for you. I pulled dating.
Enemies to lovers.
That's amazing.
Trope. Yeah. Okay. So, it says work with the player to determine the details. If you're related, are you a parent or child, identical twins, if you're former lovers, who broke it off. So let's talk about, because it does say actually that you can make these up or you can draw cards for them. Obviously, if there's a random table, we're going to do that because it's just who we are. So let's talk about this. How are we both bitter enemies and dating? What
if we are, like, we've been dating, right, for a while on the show, and then some stuff came up that, like, there's obviously still that love there, but, like, we're just at each other's throats right now because of something. Like, something's getting between us that's...
could be the thing that tears us apart.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And like the whole drama around it is, can they prevail over this potential disaster? Okay.
I have another suggestion. Like yours is good. What if there's also like these like call-in shows that are hosted by doctors, but like you don't use your real like doctor name, you know, you're just like Dr. Steve, you know, like just your first name or something like that. Okay. But like we have competing shows.
Oh.
But we don't know who the other person is.
Oh, so it's like we're just anonymous, like.
Right. But like you are like my nemesis radio host, but you don't know it's me. Because, you know, like obviously you can't recognize my voice. And I can't recognize you if you put on a fake mustache, you know. Because this is a soap opera.
That's fair.
I mean, yours is also like less ridiculous, to be fair. Yours is much more dramatic.
I do love like podcast enemies.
I mean, and it doesn't have to be that. I just like the idea that it's like we're doing something anonymously and we're like rivals, but we don't know that it's the other person.
Because, okay, what was your specialty
Maybe it's like, like published articles in a journal or something.
Yeah, you said you were a psychiatrist, right?
I'm a psychiatrist, yeah.
Okay, and I do sports medicine.
Right. So you're not competing for patients or anything.
No.
Yeah, maybe yours makes more sense.
Okay.
What
would tear us to become bitter enemies of one another?
Do you think it's like some kind of ethical dilemma?
Ooh. Oh, what if I'm being too reckless with like some big trial? Like I'm skirting the ethics a little bit.
Yeah, you are not following good clinical practice.
Yeah. And like you found out about it and you don't want to betray the trust of our relationship by, you know, telling on me, but you're like trying to convince me to stop doing that and kind of turn myself in for lack of a better word, you know?
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
That's full of drama.
Yeah. But I think it's very much like, well, I guess you're reckless, so you can decide. I was going to say, it's very much like, this is, you know, like I'm doing what I have to do for my patients, you know? But like Like, no, you can't.
I know the manual says only put it up to 10, but I'm going to 11.
You can't get around the randomization. It has to be a double-blind, placebo-controlled trial.
That's bollocks, and you know it.
They make you take that GCP course every 3 years for a reason.
I was only attending remotely last time.
It's always online.
Wonderful. Okay.
You just have to read the webpage first.
So we are bitter enemies because of this big trial that, if it's successful, will bring in a ton of money for the hospital. Mm-hmm. So, like, it'll be good for all of us, right?
Right.
So what's wrong with a little bit of, forgetting some paperwork here and there?
So much. Oh my God. So much. Amelia, the regulatory coordinator, has significant times right now. Like, you can't cheat.
You can't do that.
You can't. You are my enemy.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. Wonderful.
Okay. So next step.
Oh, do we have to do names now, don't we?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Traits and relationships, draw a card, blah, blah, blah. Now flesh out your character. What's your name? What do you look like?
What's your name?
How long have you been at the hospital? Okay, well, I have my name books right here.
All right, so we'll start with names.
Mm-hmm.
A good doctor name. Okay. My doctor's name is Dr. Emery Swift.
Ooh, my doctor's name is Dr. Jennifer Owen.
Ooh, wonderful. Emery and Jennifer. Okay, so what do we look like?
Well, obviously it's a medical drama, so we are conventionally attractive.
Yes, conventionally attractive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to define that at all because I am not comfortable being the one to say it, but I'm just going to say conventionally attractive.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah.
Whatever that means to you, dear listener.
Uh-huh. I mean, my doctor's probably fairly muscular to do sports medicine.
Right.
For physical therapy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I can add that in there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a brilliant psychiatrist, so obviously I have like some sexy cat eye glasses or something.
Oh, heck yeah.
Not my current psychiatrist, but the one I had before that was like the most fashionable woman I've ever met. Like, she always looked so good. It's always jealous of her.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to be extremely fashionable.
There you go.
Conventionally attractive, extremely fashionable. Mm-hmm. Wears glasses.
Yeah.
You wear scrubs, but they're always like kind of tight to like show off your muscles.
Mm-hmm. And the writers, for whatever reason, they keep on writing scenes where I have to have my shirt off.
Gosh, that's so weird.
All right. I think that's a pretty decent enough picture for our characters.
Yes.
You can fill in the blanks.
How long have you been at the hospital?
Yes. How long have we been? Gosh, I want to say like my character's been there for a while.
I was going to say like 10 years seems reasonable.
Yeah. Cause like I'm willing to take these risks because like I've been here quite a while.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, I think 10 years.
10 years.
Like, I've got an established practice and, but it's not like so long that I don't care anymore,
Yeah. What if we did our, like our residency here together or something like that? Oh,
yeah. We've known each other for like a long time.
Yeah.
Have we been dating for a long time? Or is this like the first real test of our relationship?
God, no, I think this is like if this is the Grey's Anatomy equivalent, like
nobody dates for very long.
Like we didn't start dating until probably 5 years into working here.
Okay.
Like there was this whole like
so there was like 5 seasons of will they won't they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then something dramatic happened in season 6 that that brought us together, and we've been inseparable since until
there was a patient that had a traumatic sports injury.
Yeah, and this medical trial to try to fix that. I guess we might be able to fit that in with the patient twist that we have to pull.
Let's find out.
All right, so we got our doctors. Mm-hmm. Now we have to create a patient.
Yes. Do we each create a patient, or just like, is it one for the? In
Heartbeats, you play two characters: your doctor and the patient of the doctor to your left.
Oh, okay. So I'm playing your patient.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Consider that doctor's specialty and decide what brought you in. Draw a card and consult the table if you'd like to add a twist.
Obviously, I want to add a twist.
Of course you want to add a twist. Okay,
I'm actually going to pull the twist first so that I can kind of...
Me too, because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh. That's funny.
What was yours?
Okay, I got possible criminal.
Ooh, I got financial/legal complications.
Ooh. Okay, so if you are a psychiatrist and you are seeing a possible criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it sounds like, I think this is somebody that that wants to kind of, like they're struggling with things in life and they want to get some therapy in order to kind of get things in a row.
Like turn things around.
Yeah, turn things around maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also a criminal, but they don't tell you that.
Oh, what kind of criminal?
Oh, that's a good question. Should we go like really dramatic and say like serial killer?
Whoa. I mean, probably, right?
Right? So that like adds so much tension to the scenes that they're in with you because it's just you and them in an office.
Oh my God.
But like...
And they killed their last psychiatrist.
Oh, are they a psychiatrist hunter?
Oh my God.
Like they get help from the psychiatrist and after they've gotten helped enough.
How have they not caught this guy yet?
I know. It's a very specific MO, isn't it?
Right. And like, you have to give all of your information when you go to see a doctor. Like they have, although they don't, it is really hard to get a patient list for evidence.
That's true.
They don't just hand that over to anybody.
So you've got a serial killer, a secret serial killer patient that's there for just some life advice. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing malicious, sir.
We must be approaching a season finale here.
Yeah. So I am a patient with financial/legal complications.
Okay.
So is this clinical trial like the only way for me to get this treatment?
Yeah, I mean...
Because the way, like, little fact, the way a lot of those clinical trials work is that, like, whoever's sponsoring the trial has to pay for whatever the investigational thing is, device or drug or whatever.
Yeah.
And insurance is not responsible for that.
Okay.
So, like, that trial might be the only way for them to get that. Or get, like, any treatment, I guess. Because obviously a trial is always going to be the only way you can get that particular treatment. But to get any treatment at all.
Yeah.
And this is a deadly sports injury, I guess. I'm trying to make it more dramatic.
Well, I mean, sports therapists don't always... they'll do, like, other physical therapy and stuff, too, usually.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just sports, but...
Maybe it's a sports-related head injury, though.
Oh, maybe. But, and like, the league is denying that it happened on the field. And
right, and this person, like, can't work anymore. They can't, can't keep playing.
And they
it's
don't
an
have
athlete, obviously.
Yeah, and they don't have enough money to go after the league because how are you supposed to finance against a force like that?
And you definitely planned to play like another 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. And this was like your rookie year, this person's rookie year, maybe.
Oof. Yeah. So this trial is like the only way to get it. And then of course, like if it's randomized, there's no guarantee that you'll get it. So maybe that's what you're doing is like sort of like faking that to make sure that they all get the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, if it's double blind, they might get a placebo, and what's the point, right?
Right.
Man, America.
Yeah. NFL.
Okay.
What? I'm sorry. Or some other sports organization.
Yep. Could be anything.
Cool. Oh,
this is ripe for drama. Ripe for shenanigans. This is great. I don't think I could easily play a secret serial killer, seeing my psychiatrist, but creating the character was really interesting.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like that you can be like, okay, it's a soap opera. It's like, what is the most dramatic thing? Or like, it's a serial drama. Like, what is the most ridiculous thing that I can do that like will cause the biggest problem that we can leave on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. So we did it. We created our people.
Oh, I bet because of our fight, I don't believe you when you tell me this person's a serial killer.
Oh, yeah. Like maybe I picked up on some like clues or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, that's very good.
It is very good. My goodness.
That's very good.
All right. So basically, what happens from here for the gameplay is you each turn is a scene involving your character. You have two storylines you can explore: your relationship with the other doctor to your left, and treating the patient to your right. Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so if it were in a group, they wouldn't be the same person.
But that's kind of cool that you can do this 2-player and have that sort of experience.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you kind of set where you are, how things begin, draw a card and reveal it once you establish the scene, and that determines your progress. So a red card means things are going to go the way you want them to go, and a black card is a negative outcome. A face card means that there's a new dramatic development or sudden emergency, and then you play it out. That's really cool.
I do love that it says, don't worry about realism. We know neurosurgeons don't perform brain transplants, but in this very special episode of Heartbeats, Dr. Dirk Rockwell has to perform 2 of them.
That's lovely. I kind of want to draw a card for each of our scenes just to see kind of what it would have
go for
turned out to be a bit.
Yeah.
So, oh no.
What?
I drew a king of clubs. Okay. So black king. So it's a negative outcome, and it's a dramatic new development or sudden emergency.
Ooh.
So is that for me, the patient, with you, or is this me, the doctor?
I don't know.
Oh, I probably should have selected your relationship with the other doctor or treating the patient. Well, let's do both, huh?
Yeah.
So this would apply to our relationship.
Oh, okay. So it's what? Like a negative outcome and a dramatic development?
Yeah, it's a dramatic development or sudden emergency, and it's a negative outcome to the scene.
No. Well, obviously we break up, right?
Yeah. I think that's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Like we both get heated about things. Oh, is this the serial killer conversation?
Maybe it is. Yeah.
Like, I'm the psychiatrist. I would know somebody if somebody's a serial killer.
Right. Like, I'm not the one that's lying to everyone around me.
Yeah. And I'm not the one that's like only working with muscles. It's like, you're not working with brains like I am. Or whatever. I'm probably not a good writer for these shows.
Probably not.
So yeah, okay, so we break up. That's very sad.
No, it says a red card means things go the way you want them to go.
Yeah, but I got a black card.
Oh, I thought you said you got a red one. Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay. So that happens. And then what did you get?
I got a 7, a black 7 of clubs.
Oh.
So, not anything that's an emergency, but not a good outcome either.
Yeah.
Um,
So this would be for the relationship as well? Or did you want to do the patient for the first one?
let's do a patient, because I don't see if there's a reason really to like do relationship twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like is this me as a patient?
This is you
as the
with
doctor.
you with your patient. Yeah, you
Okay.
doctor with the patient.
So
this is with your serial killer. It's a negative outcome, but it's not dramatic.
right.
So after we've broken up,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, so like I think I'm starting to like look closer
yeah,
and like maybe ask some more probing questions.
mm-hmm.
And I think that he's starting to like think that I might know.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So like it just like sort of increases the tension that
Ooh,
he thinks that I might be onto him.
yeah.
I'm saying him because traditionally serial killers are.
It's very traditional. I've been picturing like almost a scrawny guy, not really imposing at all, right? Yeah. I think that would work out well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what is your doctor-patient situation?
So my doctor-patient situation, that one doesn't count because it's a joker, but I got a 6 of hearts.
Oh, so it's actually going well.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
The patient's responding to treatment.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, the patient's responding to the treatment because I made sure that they didn't get the placebo.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they don't know that I swapped them.
Yeah.
And everything. And tainted the study, I guess. I know.
Can't believe you do.
But yeah, it's good to see that they're turning the right way. Maybe it's like a study on ironically like concussions.
Yeah. That's kind of what I assumed.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So then we've got one last relationship, yours with me. Oh,
yeah. I guess. So this is after we had the big fight about the serial killer.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I got a black jack of... Oh, you can't see it because I don't have my camera on.
Nope.
Jack of spades.
Oh, no. It's another face card.
It's another face card.
Our relationship is doomed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't pick up the phone. You call, and you knew that I was supposed to have the appointment with that patient.
Yeah.
And I don't pick up the phone.
Okay. I like that. Oh, what if...
And now you're going to blame yourself. We don't know if I'm dead, because that's where it's going to, like, obviously.
Right. What if I overheard, like, a doctor saying... What if I overheard a doctor saying that your patient was, like, on the verge and needed to see somebody right away and needed to see you right away specifically?
First of all, that's a HIPAA violation.
I know, it's totally bad. But, it's a medical drama.
It's a medical drama, so everything's a HIPAA violation.
Yeah. So they sent him to your house. And since you're not talking to me right now, you're not answering my phone calls. And I'm trying to call you to say, hey, oh my God, this guy's on the way to your house.
Oh my God. I'm going to get murdered.
So now I got to go save you.
End of season.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, what a good game.
Yeah. That was so much fun. Oh, I had a really good time. I think we played the game again, though, accidentally.
Well, kind of. I mean, we didn't go into actual role playing. We just went into summaries.
That's
and
true.
Stuff. Like in the actual game itself, you actually role play things out. You answer some questions.
So you would actually have to be Dr. Sports / a serial killer.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then each story arc, let's say, okay. So ending the game, keep your progress cards for your relationship to your left and your patient to your right. Each story arc is resolved when the combined total of your progress cards is 10 or higher.
Oh.
The color with the higher total indicates whether things end well, red, or in tragedy, black. Oh, wow. So you keep tabs on all these things. Face cards add dramatic twists, but have no value.
Oh, I didn't keep mine separated. I didn't.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
but that's what the value is for, at least.
I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, right? Total. I guess that's with my character creation.
Well, yeah, I think it's without the character creation.
Without the character creation, I only have black cards.
Yeah. And I've got a red 6 for the patient and 0 points for our relationship. And you've got 0 points, but black for our relationship.
And then black for my patient.
Yeah.
Which is fine because he's a serial killer. He doesn't deserve a good outcome.
I know. It's true.
Doctors treat everyone.
They do. And maybe you can change them.
And maybe I can change him.
Maybe like,
I can reach him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That was a good time. Whew.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That was
that's fun.
You ready for a sharp tone change?
Speaking of sports medicine.
Ooh, yeah. This one's called Post-Match Interview.
Mm-hmm.
What's in a game?
Yeah, this is a game by James Mendez Hodes. It is 3 or more players, so that we'll see how that works. And you play as reporters and the athlete. Mm-hmm. The tags are sports for the genre. Tone is funny. It's GM-less. The content is sports, surrealism, and improv.
Have you ever watched those television interviews they hold with sumo wrestlers or football players right after the match? Someone with a microphone tries to ask the world's most tired human their innermost thoughts and feelings. The athlete returns with the most vapid answer possible because all they can think about is drinking a beer and falling asleep. Mm-hmm. In this game, we'll roleplay a slightly more interesting post-match interview.
Yeah. So one player takes on the role of an athlete and the others play television reporters interviewing them. So I'm thinking for the purpose of this exercise, we'll be the reporters, right? Because that's where the interesting stuff comes from.
Yes. I mean, so like they create the questions and then the athlete would answer them. And I suppose if we are not playing, then we could create our athlete. We could create an athlete for us.
Yeah.
Together, and then we can each.
Yeah, we'll create the athlete together and then we can do the reporter stuff for ourselves. I think that would work out well.
I do think it'd be fun to like ask some of the questions.
Oh, absolutely.
We might just play this game.
we might.
We might just play this game. I know that breaks our rules, but okay.
It's fine.
So let's make our athlete first because that's where the book starts.
Let's make an athlete. Okay.
Let's make some people.
Oh, athletes are people too.
That's true.
We should make a shirt that says that, like, it's like blank are people too, and then like it should have like a list of options or something like robots, cats, mice,
goblins.
Goblins, yep.
Fold
an index card in half on one side, write your character's full name and some details about the kind of athlete you are, perhaps your position on the team, pitcher or goalkeeper, professional rank, other identifying quality. Mm-hmm. Come up with a general outline of how the sporting event went and what you did. Keep it simple, boring even, and loose, since the reporter's questions will also contribute to the narrative. Whatever it was, it happened right before this impending interview and left you very, very tired.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's all we get for creating an athlete. So first of all, what sport are we playing?
Esports.
Esports. Oh, lovely. Oh.
So I'm just like, that's like the sport that I have on the brain now that my kid is doing it. Like,
I love it.
I'm like, I don't know how to be an esports mom. Like, not a soccer mom. I'm an esport mom.
Yeah. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, so we are an esports athlete. Mm-hmm.
What game do we play?
What game do we play?
What game do we play? Like, it's usually like they're like competitive games, but like, I think The Sims 4. Sims 4
esports.
Yes.
I don't even know how that would work.
Shh.
Okay.
It says
Don't think
keep it
about it
loose.
too much.
Keep it
Don't think
loose.
about it too much. Okay. So we're Sims 4 esports. Okay. And it's got to be a team sport, right?
Yeah, so like you create a bunch of characters and they're all roommates.
Oh no. It's going to be, yeah. So the team is one person's at the controls and the rest of the team is behind you trying to tell you what they want their character to do. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So what position is this the controller?
No, this is left shoulder guy.
Okay, so this guy's left shoulder.
He's left shoulder guy. This episode is going to be like uneditable.
Okay, so we've got left shoulder guy, which is an official rank.
Yeah, so we got to come up with a better word than guy.
It's true. They'll just say left shoulder, right?
Yeah, he plays left shoulder.
Because in football you got left tackle, or is that soccer?
No, that's football.
I don't know, whatever. Yeah, so left shoulder.
So
there's left shoulder. There's right shoulder, and then there's above the head. So you've got 3 auxiliary people, and then you've got the controller,
right?
Who is also a character in The Sims.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay, so
what is the goal of the game?
well, the goal of The Sims is to
like keep your person happy, right?
keep your person happy and win at life, and whatever your goal wants to be, right?
That's true. Can't you set one at the beginning? You say like, this is the thing that I'm.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about like what the real goal is in professional esports,
Sims.
Professional Sims esports, because that's up to the Sims Esport Commission,
right?
To figure out.
Yeah.
And that's above our pay grade.
What is the name of this team?
Oh God.
Are these characters roommates or are they a family? Because if you're playing a family, then our Sims esports team like should be named after the last name of that family. So like this is the Johnsons.
I want it to be roommates.
Okay.
I want
to weird like Simlish word.
Maybe. I was thinking
even, like, say any of them.
No. Abu Dhabi. No, for whatever reason I was thinking the Bellas.
Okay.
Because like some sports movie has that as the team name, and
sure.
So these are a group of people. They are like all women roommates.
Okay.
All the characters are women in the game itself. Whether or not the players are, I imagine that it's a mixed gender esports league.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got.
So this person plays left shoulder for the Bellas.
Yeah, left shoulder for the Bellas.
A Sims 4 esports team.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm sure our listeners right now are like, shut up.
It's fine. Hey, lean into your nonsense. It's okay.
It's yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So this person is really tired.
Yeah. So general outline of how the sporting event went and what we did.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
simple,
definitely.
boring,
Did we win or lose? Is that what the?
No,
Yeah.
just keep it loose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
we did have a party, and it did go poorly because we forgot to put a ladder in the swimming pool.
Yeah, but oh God, but our sim got a promotion.
Oh yeah,
as well, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And leveled up quite a bit on what's a ridiculous hobby in Sims 4.
I was going to say, like, learned several new recipes.
Oh, yeah. Learned several recipes. That sounds good. Okay. I like that. And started a rank of podcasting.
Okay.
Because I know that's a thing in Sims 4.
Is it really?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm pretty certain. Okay, you can
I feel
fact
like I
check me on
played
that.
Sims 4 and it wasn't. So maybe it's later than that.
I played Sims 4 and I thought it was.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was a different one. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Let's
It
say
really
it is.
doesn't.
Okay, so it might be one of the expansions that allows you to be a podcaster.
Yeah, and so this person's very, very tired because obviously as left shoulder, you do spend a lot of time like leaning over.
Yeah.
And that's like really hard on your back and your shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Plus, we locked our knees a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
So we lost a little bit of blood flow to the brain.
Well, and as you know, a Sims 4 match can go on for hours, days even.
Days, yeah. It's just always one more turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an endurance match, right?
Right.
So it's whatever team is ready to throw in the towel that loses a lot of points for your team. Right. Wow, what a ridiculous esports. Okay, so that's our athlete. Do we have a name for this left shoulder professional?
Let's see. Let's randomly find one.
Okay.
Geraldine. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's a good last name?
I don't know why, but Fraser popped in my head.
Fraser would work because you're thinking of Geraldine Ferraro, the potential vice president that ran with, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Was that back in the 80s?
Yeah, it's not Mondale, is it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Now I gotta look.
Okay, so Geraldine Fraser. Okay, so Geraldine Fraser, pronouns for
I was
Geraldine?
right, it was Walter Mondale.
Walter Mondale.
I gotta not second guess myself on this stuff. Geraldine Ferraro was the running mate of Walter Mondale.
Okay, nice. Okay, pronouns for Geraldine.
Oh, Geraldine. I was gonna say she, her.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I was gonna say that her nickname is Jer Bear.
Jer Bear. Yes, please. And her sim has a shirt with a little cloud rainbow on it.
Cute.
Yeah.
And khaki capris.
And one of her favorite emotes is stare.
Oh.
I don't even know if that's an option, but
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're gonna get so many angry letters about this episode. It's like, you know nothing about The Sims.
I literally only played it a couple times when it first released and never picked it up since because it was so, I'm going to have to say it, inferior to Sims 3 in a lot of different ways.
It's a hot take.
I know.
We're really getting angry letters now.
It's gotten a lot better since then from what I understand.
Okay.
But I just can't go into the pit of The Sims anymore and lose out on all the hours of productivity that I could have doing other things.
You know what I started playing again? Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, no.
Like the very old 1999 version.
Yeah, the good one.
Yeah. Because you can get it on the Switch and stuff. But somebody was talking to me about they're like, oh, yeah, I have a friend that plays it and it's super stressful. And I was like, dude, no, it's like the most chill game ever. You just build roller coasters and stuff.
Yeah.
Adjust the prices, jack up the umbrella prices every time it rains, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I was playing that this weekend for a little bit. So
you are very not a...
I'm a ruthless capitalist in that game.
That's the way to win.
I am a roller coaster tycoon.
Oh.
You might say. It wasn't that funny.
It was. Okay.
Okay. So now we have to come up with reporters.
All right. Jer Bear is getting interviewed. We've got some reporters. As a reporter, come up with a name, a news source you represent, and 4 questions for the athlete. Write them down on your phone or an index card. Your first question must be completely mundane, and the next 3 should gradually introduce some bizarre occurrence that affected the game. such as an alien invasion, a supervillain attack, or a zombie apocalypse.
Do we have to agree on?
I think you
weirdness?
don't. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you just go.
I think the goal of the athlete is to like.
There is a D10 table of weirdness too.
Yeah, try and answer, and well, obviously I'm gonna roll on the table. Don't be.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's just like the first one's going to be just totally mundane about the normal event.
Yeah, like tell us about the match.
Yeah, and then after that, it just gets weirder and weirder, and all these other weird things are piling on top of each other.
And whoever's playing the athlete has to like try and answer these while being extremely tired and having no clue what anybody's talking about. Because it's not like we just say there was a zombie apocalypse. Now I'm gonna ask some questions.
Right.
Our questions get increasingly upsetting. All right, so I'm gonna roll here.
Yeah. So we'll take some time, not for the audience, but for us, to go ahead and fill out some questions, and then we can reconvene.
I gotta name a news source.
Oh yeah.
What's a like a really outdated, like aside from like newspaper, what's another like weird, like
Telegraph?
Yeah, Telegram.
Telegram news source?
Yeah, it's on the world's premier esports Telegram.
I was thinking like Telegraph, where you do the little Morse code. That seems a little too old fashioned though.
Well, a telegraph is how you get the telegram.
That's fair too. Oh yeah.
Only
extreme hobby enthusiasts get your telegrams.
I want to be like an esports blog, but like specifically geared towards stay-at-home moms.
That works.
I'm going to name it SAH Esports. Premier online content. Oh, I think it's actually going to be specifically for stay-at-home dads. Okay. I need a name.
All right, I've got my name and my reporter house. I don't know what it's called.
News source?
Yeah, news source. There you go.
Reporter house.
I got sorted.
Reporter house is a blog with like reports about stings. It's like a food magazine. Reporter house.
Oh, it's good.
I'm kind of proud of that. All right.
Okay, so the questions.
The questions, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
So they've got some examples here. Like an okay question is, what did you do when the time machine appeared on the field? A better question is, how did the time machine's appearance on the field affect your defensive strategy during the second half? Yeah, so goodness gracious. So just up the ridiculousness once it gets closer to the weird questions. All right, I'm going to start rolling dice. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, I ran out of room for my fourth question.
Oh no. I'm only on question number 2.
Like wanted to make adjustments to my questions, but like I didn't have room, so I'm like writing like tiny writing on the side of it. All right. I think I have mine.
I'm almost done. Okay, I've got mine too.
Cool. So the question is, do we want to just read these off, or do we want to like take turns pretending to be?
Let's take turns pretending. I think that sounds fun. We don't need the responses from the athlete because that's actually playing the game, and we don't do that here.
Okay. Okay.
It's fine.
Because we could each be the athlete.
I mean, we could too. Yeah.
Where are we at for time here?
That's not bad. We could take turns being an athlete.
Okay. Okay. What was our athlete's name?
It was Geraldine Fraser, aka Jerbear.
Jerbear. All right.
The left shoulder.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to introduce their reporter and ask the first question?
I can do it.
Okay.
Hi there, Jody Keegan, SAH Esports, the premier online blog for stay-at-home dads. At what point did you know you had the match in hand?
So now I have to see, ask the first one of the athlete whether or not they get follow-up questions, but don't count on it. After answering one question, the athlete calls on another reporter and so on. Athlete, remember you're exhausted from a punishing day of emotional stress and physical intensity. Keep your answers simple, straightforward, and even boring. If you're unsure of what to say, fall back on generic sports maxims about giving it 100%, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so what was the question again? Now that I know where I'm supposed to be in a mind space here for this athlete.
Mm-hmm. At what point did you know that you had the match in hand?
Oh, it was cut and dry. It was hard to see where everything was going, but in that final stretch, we really pulled it together, and I think we were better for the stress that was caused in the first half. All right. Yes, Fred Billiams from the competitive chapter for competitions, C3 for short. How did you feel about the loss of two of your neighbors at the house party after your controller forgot to keep an eye on the budget and forgot about the ladder to the pool?
It's always tough. You practice a lot, but you can't prepare for every scenario that comes up in a match. Obviously, it's something that we will keep an eye on and try to work on for next week, but all you can do is the best in the moment. Hi, Jody Keegan again. It was clear during the 35th round that crowd control was an issue as a man in full body paint stood in front of your computer screen and sang the Peruvian national anthem. How did that change your strategy?
We practice every day to do things with our eyes closed even. So really hands up to the controller. They were a fantastic asset to the team and never lost sight of the plays, even without being able to see entirely. Fred Billiams from C3. So when the malicious mob began his assault on the facility, things got a little dicey with the structural integrity of the stadium, but I noticed you shifted your weight from your right foot to your left instead. How did that affect your strategy going forward?
I think you have to be prepared for any scenario, and it's always important in a match to be able to kind of change things up on the fly. You don't know what's going to happen at any given time. You can't predict how these things are going to go, so you just have to be ready to do what needs to be done to help out your team. Hi, Jody again. If Claudio hadn't been struck by lightning frying the original computer, do you think you still would have been able to get the invitations to that party out on time?
It's hard to say what things would have gone if things would have happened a little differently. But, we gave it 100% and we were able to kind of pull together at the last second. And thankfully, the strategy from our right shoulder, we were able to get things taken care of in a timely manner. All right, Fred Billiams again. So I'm very curious, how long did it take to choreograph the song and dance number that your team broke out into during their time out during the karaoke outing?
Everybody on this team gives 110%, 110% of the time. We don't care how difficult things are. You do what has to be done. That's part of playing the sport. Hi, Jody again. Just one last question here. How were you able to quickly develop a backup plan to cook that mac and cheese after your above Nelson was kidnapped by Dr. Millipede?
Well, we try to keep an eye out for each other. We've got backup drills that we all do for in case one of us happens to get a little too exhausted, and we just happen to be able to implement one of our backup plays, which really helped us out. Hi, Fred Billiams again. That's Billiams with a B. So when the intelligent lemurs attacked during the last quarter, how did it change your plans when they eliminated your right shoulder?
I mean, again, you do what you have to do to win the game. I think it's really important for everybody to be aware of what's going on around you, and to kind of just be able to see the whole picture. And I'm really proud that we were able to do that today. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
What an excellent game.
Wow. We lost two players. What kind of
lemurs was it?
Intelligent lemurs.
Oh, intelligent lemurs.
Yeah. Okay. So like Planet of the Apes styles with lemurs.
Okay. All right. So
did we both get supervillain attacks?
I think we did. Yeah. Mine was Dr. Millipede, and he did kidnap Nelson.
Yeah. I had Malicious Maw that was attacking the structural integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also had Natural Disaster, which was the computer was struck by lightning, and Claudio, one of our players. And then I also had interference from spectators.
Oh yeah,
the guy singing the Peruvian national anthem.
Yeah, I had supervillain attack, song and dance, surprise song and dance number.
I loved that question. That was so great.
And animal incursion.
Oh my gosh, this game was so much fun. Like I would play this again a bunch of times.
Yeah, it is
really great. I would love
to
do this one again for like some bonus content, but like a whole new sport. And like,
oh my God,
we spent so much time coming up with a sport. Like,
I know.
I think this would have gone a lot quicker if we had just been like football. Instead of deciding exactly how you play competitive Sims.
Competitive Sims 4, yep.
Worth it.
It's so good. Hey, esports, if competitive Sims 4 comes in with 4-player games, and they're set up like we're talking about, I expect royalties of some sort.
Yeah, absolutely. And also we are more than willing to report on it.
We've got the questions.
Because I started to slowly develop an accent over the course of those questions.
I know. Yeah. So you basically can go back and forth. There's follow-up questions if you want. There's like a 15-minute timer. So people are allowed to do follow-up questions. People are allowed to kind of improv their way through, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and normally one person is the athlete. Like, it's not swapping back and forth like we did.
Yeah, exactly.
But we wanted to both be able to ask and answer these questions. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So then when it ends, one of the reporters turns to the imaginary TV camera and makes an exciting prediction for the next game, and thanks the audience for the time. And then the athlete can finally go home and sleep. And that's literally the whole game. We literally played the whole game. We
did.
Wow.
And I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry either.
It was so much fun.
first time for anything.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so good.
That was so good. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't have more. Normally we have like, this whole discussion of like, how did this inform things? And, and honestly, I gotta say, building our athlete informed literally nothing.
Because it's supposed to, right?
And we inhabited more personality in our reporters than is indicated. But
I don't know. I mean, building our athlete informed everything because
because we built our own sport.
We built the sport based on that. Although yes,
if you had just picked football and been like, he's a left tackle.
Yep. That's very true. That's very true.
He plays for the Green Bay Packers, and they're the best team in football. And
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's post-match interview.
It is.
And that's all the games that we had planned for this series.
Yeah, absolutely. I had such a great time. I know that this was a little bit off the beaten path for us. But this was so much fun, and I'm really glad that we got a chance to kind of just sit down and do our own dumb thing for a little bit. Yeah, so these were all from the Ultimate Micro RPG book, which is edited by James D'Amato. It has like, is it 40 games
40,
in it?
40 games in here, yeah.
So now you have seen 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely worth checking out. I think it's a really great book.
Yeah. And if you want to hear more of our shenanigans trying these out, we're going to start doing some bonus content for the one-shot Patreon for the $5 and up level. And we're going to cover one of these games probably within the next couple of weeks. It should release.
Yes, so that is us for this month. Thank you for joining us as we covered 6 games instead of 1. We will be back next month with another exciting game.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Call to action.
Yeah, like that.
We had a lot of fun with all of these games, but I really enjoyed our shenanigans this episode, especially.
This was so good. It was so good.
The medical drama actually sounds watchable.
Vaguely watchable. Like we made something like vaguely okay.
But that Sims 4 esports league is probably our best creation yet.
I mean, honestly, that might be our best work today. Like, this is our crowning achievement. We will never top the Sims 4 esports league.
We might, but you know, it's a high bar to reach now.
It is. It's only uphill from here.
But before we shut things down for the series and let you get to the outtakes after the credits, we do have a couple calls to action and one review.
Probably our most important call to action right now is to check out the AcadeCon Kickstarter. There's a couple days left. It would be really great for this project to fund if it isn't already. We're recording this ahead of time, obviously. Ryan and I really hope to be there. We hope to see some of you there. There'll be a link to that in the show notes, but if you can help out or if you want to come, please check it out.
Also, keep an eye on the One Shot Network Patreon, where we are going to be doing at least one bonus episode every month that releases there exclusively for those in the $5 and up category. The Secret Archive is home to a ton of great bonus content, including behind the scenes and world building for campaign, a ton of system mastery stuff, as well as other bonus episodes others on the network have been releasing. It's really great stuff and worth checking out.
Speaking of checking things out, you can check out the links in our show notes to our various review platforms. Leaving reviews on iTunes, Podchaser, etc. It helps us out in the rankings. It helps people find our show. You can also hype us up on social media. If you like what we're doing, please tell some friends or, just tell us. We like to hear it too. It makes us feel good. You can suggest us to other people looking for tabletop RPG podcast recommendations. You can join our Discord at discord.charactercreationcast.com. You can chat with us there. We love when people interact with us about the show. We especially love when we get new reviews, which we then read on our show, like this one from Grizbiz on Podchaser. By the way, great name. I love listening to this podcast because it's great being able to take part of an unfamiliar RPG for a test drive before you get it. And it's nice to know that I'm not the only person that struggles with names. Keep up the great work, you two.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad to know that I'm not alone. This is a real struggle.
Although
we should start a naming characters support group.
I do have to say you've been getting better.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think progressively over these years, you've been getting better at names on the fly. I
think I've given up on agonizing over them the way that I do when I make a character for like a campaign or something.
Yeah.
Because then it needs to be meaningful and all this kind of stuff. And with our show, it's like no, just
make a name that sounds
slap
fine.
A sticker on that baby.
Exactly.
Send it out.
Well, thank you for the review on Grizbiz. That was the last review we had waiting in the wings right now.
I was on such a high note, and then you said that, and now I'm sad.
I know. I'm
Why
sad too.
You couldn't warn me that was coming?
I have the notes.
Okay, I didn't read all the way down.
I know. That's true. But we love getting these reviews and we love reading them. We'd really love if we could have more to add to our calls to action every series. And I know we would love to have some in general because it makes us feel good. And we feel sad when we don't have reviews.
And hopefully in this series, we have done something review worthy.
Exactly. But for now, thanks everybody for joining us for this micro RPG series. We will be back in August with a regular series as long as everything lines up well for the recording. But until then, take care, everyone. Stay safe and keep making those amazing people. We'll see you next time. Character Creation Cast is a production of the One Shot Podcast Network and can be found online at www.charactercreationcast.com. Head to the website to get more information on our hosts, this show, and even our press kit. Character Creation Cast can also be found on Twitter at CreationCast or on our Discord server at discord.charactercreationcast.com. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Bolter, and I can be found on Twitter at Lord Neptune or online at lordneptune.com. Our other host, Amelia and Ryan, can be found on Twitter at Ginger Reckoning. Music for this episode is used with a Creative Commons license or with permission from the podcast they originated from. Further information can be found within the show notes. Our main theme music is Hero Remix by Steve Combs and is used with a Creative Commons license. This podcast is owned by us under Creative Commons. This episode was edited by Ryan Bolter. Further information for the game systems used and today's guests can be found in the show notes. If you'd like to leave us a rating or review, we have links to various review platforms out there, including Apple Podcasts, in our show notes. Also, check the show notes for links to our other projects. Thanks for joining us, and remember, we find that the best part of any role-playing game is character creation. So go out there and create some amazing people. We will see you next time.
Now we gotta read some show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Show blurbs.
Character Creation Cast is hosted by the One Shot Podcast Network. If you enjoyed our show, visit oneshotpodcast.com, where you will find other great shows like Total Party Kill.
Total Party Kill is a weekly live Twitch stream where John Patrick Cohen, Eddie Klinker, and James Dugan play through Cephalofair Games' Gloomhaven. Join them in the stream to play along through the action and interact with a constantly changing cast of characters and special guests, or watch them after the fact on the One Shot YouTube channel. TPK airs Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/oneshotrpg. It is a bummer that no one hears my commentary about the clicky before we click.
I mean, it's technically recorded on the backup audio.
Yeah.
I could pull that out, but you know what? That's so much work.
That's a lot of work.
So much work for like 2 seconds of audio.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it.
I'll just say it again. Ye old clicky.
Ye old clicky.
Ye old clicky. Okay. So. Oh my God.
Yep. I'm right there too.
I finally, I slept last night and the night before. That's 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Which hasn't, I could not tell you the last time I got 2 full nights of sleep in a row.
Oh, that's, I'm glad that you did though. My kids got to bed at 11:30 last night.
Did they sleep in this morning then or no? Because they're children.
Barely. I mean, Quinn did. He normally gets up at 7 by himself and then gets on his tablet or goes and watches TV.
Yeah.
And Olivia usually gets up at the same time anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, mine are old enough that they don't get me up. They just get up and they play video games or something.
Yep. That's Quinn's age right now.
Yeah. It feels like it took forever to get there because Nate's a super needy kid. Love him, but he's very needy. And so he would come in, he would let me sleep, but by letting me sleep, it meant come in every 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Or he would come in and check, when are you going to get up? So I finally set a limit. And I was like, if I'm not up by this time, you may come get me.
Yep.
And then today, like now the recent thing has been, should I let the dog out? And it's like, the dog is fine. Because if you let her out, she'll scratch at my door until you let her into my room, which will then wake me up. So no, don't let the dog out. But this morning he still had to come and check, should I let the dog out? And it's like, oh, fine, whatever. I'm up.
Who's letting the dog out?
Nate.
We'll see if
is the answer to that question.
Yeah, if he's waking you up every 20 minutes to check when you're going to wake up, that's just like systematic power napping.
For who?
For you.
Because I'm not going back to sleep in between those times. It takes me a long time to fall asleep. Like, that's the problem with it, is that, like, I'm not a good sleeper. So, like... See,
that's the flaw in the plan, then.
Yeah. No, the flaw in the plan was having children in the first place, if I really meant to sleep. I love my children dearly, but if I had intentions of sleeping, having children was not a smart move there.
Welcome to parenthood, everybody. That is a parent. Yeah, I
have children who don't. Well, then I have Eleanor, though, who, like, you can't coax out of bed. Like, you can't. I have to stick the dog on her to get her out of bed, because the only thing that she loves more than sleeping is the dog. So that will work, but otherwise, no. Nate gets upset if he, like, sleeps till 8 o'clock. He wakes up and he's like, oh, I wasted so much time. And I'm like, you are 10. You have so much life left to live. It's okay if you miss 2 hours.
Yep, exactly.
Let's make a podcast, I guess.
Yeah, let's do it. It's just us, so this won't be weird at all.
No.
Especially in games that we've never touched before.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll figure it out as we go, and I'm sure that it'll edit to something beautiful. Hopefully.
Each episode is 2 minutes long.
They're going to probably be a little bit shorter than our usual, like, hour and a half, 2 hour extravaganza. But that's okay.
Well, I mean, that's why we're doing it this way. Okay. Well, let's go.
Let's do a... Yep. Let's do that. Top it.
All right. Here we go. I gotta shove this over to this side. There we go.
And I'm trying to, like, talk here, book here.
Yep. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great.
All right. Here come the fingers. Hopefully it's not too scandalous.
No. It was just a bad dream.
No, I'm talking about my dream.
Oh. Ryan's going to tell us about his sexy dreams now.
Oh, boy.
No, actually, Ryan's scandalous dreams are about the time that he, like, dreamed about embezzling money from...
I guess we can just stop.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want me to stop and we'll start a new one?
Yeah, might as well.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Look at those waveforms. They're forming waves.
Making waves with my forms. Waveforms.
Yeah.
So jazzy.
That was really good. Some good freestyling.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh gosh.
All right. Yeah, let's just get this taken care of, and then
let's do it.
Here we go.
Okay.
Fingers for the last time. Coming at you. All right. Bye-bye.
Stop. I am recording.
My recording is also recording.
You started so strong there. You're like, my recording is recording. You started out with such confidence, Ryan. You just had no follow-through.
I am so tired. It's fine.
Oh, gosh. I'm frankly, like, glad that we did this one just on our own, because I don't know. I don't feel like we get to do, like, other than the cold opens, we don't get to do much on our own anymore, because we haven't been doing the...
We've had a handful of Evolution Cast episodes by ourselves.
Right.
And that's it.
Which I almost like wonder if going forward we should consider doing most of those by ourselves, you know, like as a way to make them sustainable. Because otherwise it's, you know, trying to find time to record all that.
That's true.
Here come the fingers. I love them. They're very smart. They're great. I'm so grateful. I love my children so much. As my Aunt Laura always says, Lord, help me endure my blessings.
All right. So in lieu of time. Oh yeah, I should probably stop my audio, huh? Waves.
We did it. I definitely got some like little background bumpies.
Little background bumpies?
I got them background bumpies.
Your gain's probably up too high.
I know, but it's like not.
Oh, that's weird.
Thing that like it's almost all the way down.
Huh.
It might be because I don't have the air conditioning. Like I have the window open.
Oh.
So it might just be like ambient.
Some outside background bumpies.
Yeah, just like a little wind.
Little wind. Whoosh.
Oh, you know what it is? Hang on. I know what it is.
Oh. Mystery solved.
Yeah, it's a ceiling fan.
It was the ceiling fan.
Well, I was like, is it the wind? Is it? But like, yeah.
There we go.
Now it's smooth as butter.
Problem solved. Chances are it will be eliminated pretty easily.
Yeah, but
anyway.
I knew it was there.
Yep.
I don't want anybody being like, ugh, Amelia, she has those background bumpies. It might be contagious.
those weird waveform.
That's a podcasting STD is the background bumpies.
Is that a sound transferable disease?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
It's a sonic and technical disease.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Just background bumpies.
Background puppies.
You do have to disclose that on your paperwork. So
should we get started and get some foreground bumpies going on?
Oh my God, Ryan! What kind of woman do you think I am? Oh my God! Yeah,
they're called waveforms, Ryan.
I can't.
Oh, you're welcome, Outtakes.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Okay.
What would your wife say?
She'd say, hurry it up. We got errands to run.
Okay. Sorry, Ashley.
Oh, it's fine.
All right, let's do the finger. Okay.
Okay. It's fine. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Game face.
All right. Do.
You were sleeping so nice. Go back to sleep.
So is do. What am I doing here?
Starting the next section?
Yeah. Yes, this should be fine enough. I wanted to balance it out more, but I'm like, I don't care anymore.
It's fine.
All right. Call to action.
One shot RPG, and that's at the $5 level. You get access to the secret archive.
Oh, is it one shot RPG, one shot podcast?
Oh, you're right. Ryan, your notes are wrong.
I know.
So one shot. I can do this. Because you should follow the correct link to find the things.
There we go. Now we can stop. Hey.
I did it.
Huzzah, waveforms.
Yay, waveforms.
Yeah.
And they're not bumpy because I turned my fan off, which is why it's so hot in here.
You know what, though?
I'm so crabby about it. I'm so crabby. It's like 80 degrees outside.
Right.
It's humid. And
if the fan is better for your well-being right now, it was extremely easy to remove that fan sound. Like,
well, that's because I turned it off last time. So
well,
it
no,
wasn't
I'm
really
saying
on.
before, the point before you turned it off.
Oh, I see.
Like it was on the record, and then I was like, let me see how easy this is to remove. And it was just like gone and didn't really do anything to your voice. So for whatever that's worth, if you want to be a little bit more comfortable,
Okay, then I'm definitely going to turn it on. If it's not going to be that big of a deal, I'm going to turn it on. Oh my God,
like
it's so
seriously,
hot.
the volume or
Yeah.
the not the volume, the hertz, the wherever, I don't know what that's called, the frequency
There you go.
of the
That's
fan is lower than where your voice starts. So I can just trim out that whole frequency and below, and it's gone.
I just don't want bumpy waveforms, you know?
I mean, that's fair to not want bumpy waveforms, but they're just background bumpies, so it's fine.
Although today I don't have them.
Well, there you go.
Maybe my gain's not as high, or maybe it's because we messed with the microphone and plugged it into a different USB outlet.
You know what? Regardless, even if it's there, it's easy to get rid of.
Just gonna scream. Just gonna.
We shall prevail together.
I won't scream because you'll have to edit this later.
I know.
I don't want to hurt your ears, but
I appreciate that.
Ugh.
There you go.
I'll just do some upset growling. Okay.
Oh, that's one way to work it. Awesome. So we got 2 games. I've got it's my book. Here it is. And I got Sentinel Comics in the mail today. For spoilers for next series, I guess, for those in the Outtakes right now. So
Yeah, I just started a game over the weekend that like Justin put together, and he was like, "It's just like the 3 blood mages I know," and put us in a room. And I was like, "They're like, what territory do you want?" And I was like, "Well, there's the one I want Necropolitan Hill." And I was like, "That's where the guy is buried." And everybody's like, "Oh, can we put our ritual chamber here?" And I was like, "The book says very specifically you're not allowed to do magic there. So yes, that is where we're putting our ritual chamber."
just a bunch of rule breakers.
I know. I'm very excited for this game.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
All right. Shall we make a podcast?
let's make a podcast.
Let's make a podcast. All right. I will do a countdown and get going.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Well, we just released one, so it's probably next month.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Actually, by the time this comes out, you know what? Delete all this.
It's fine.
Editor James, cut that out.
Yep. Oh, no. All right. And then we can stop this one, right?
Yeah, do you want to stop, or do you want to just tack the cold open onto it right away?
Let's stop and do a fresh, because that'll make it easier for my brain to function. Stop it.
Clicky.
It's a click and a clack and a clicky clack clack.
Did so much clicky today.
So much clicky.
Wow, such clicky.
Wow, such clicky.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to do... I have a camera now.